guys, welcome back to our channel. We're gonna go ahead and deep dive into this discussion on Shanquella Robinson and find out the new information that we found out, and we want to discuss it with you guys. So stay tuned for it.
We keep it real. Expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the KOED family. We're about relationships and review. Making it fun just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Courtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. What's up, KOED fan? Welcome back to another video of Courtney and I'm Eddie, aka Doug. This is my lovely wife,
Courtney, also known as Coco.
And this right here is Courtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationships, reviews, and entertainment. And tonight we're gonna be talking about an update of the Shanquella case that's going on right now.
Yep. So if you're brand new to this channel and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And make sure that you follow us on all social medias, TikTok, Instagram, all of them. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get into it. So it seems as though this is called a femicide. And just to kind of give you a breakdown of what a femicide is any kind of act against a woman. So it can be a man against a woman against a woman, and it's extreme violent force or extreme, violence against a woman. And in this case, it will be classified as a femicide, and being charged as a femicide, you can get anywhere from 25 to 50 years. It's not just like a regular murder case. Now, again, this is in Mexico. It's not just like a regular murder one. So regular is going to be regular murder in Mexico is 15 to 20 years, but that's not what this is classified as. Did you want to say something?
Well, you said femicide. At first, when this first came out, I saw the report, one of the reports stating that the person that did the incident against Shanquella, they put her down as a man in the report, and I think they was going by the picture online, the Photoshop picture, and she's going to be transgender, and I guess that's why they put that in the report, and that's why I'm assuming that's the reason why they were charging them with femicide, but in my ignorance, that's not the case because I was my first time even hearing of this charge. So, like as you just quoted, a femicide can be a man against a female, a man against a woman against a woman. The problem is, it's not a problem, but the difference is that it's the reason they charge it because it's the act of aggression. It's so violent. That's why they kind of up the charges.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, and it seems as though, with those charges that, as the person that we may know that we think, is Dejanay, but we don't know yet who the actual name is in the warrant, and we'll find out that a little bit later.
And one more thing, and I think the reason why they went with this charge, like you said earlier, because they caught the act on video.
Oh yeah.
And it looked so bad on video, they had to find something that's this is not regular, charge. We're gonna have to up this charge. So that's just
I agree. So yes, and it seems as though that this person that's arrested will be in minimum security prison. So and we're gonna get into that. So let's see. So just give a little back. Again, Geraldo is one of the journalists, the reporters there, and so he said that how did he come to find out about this case? It actually was like told to him, like, why wasn't he reporting on it? Because he was reporting or found out a case about another American that was actually kidnapped and unalived over there in Mexico, that was like 73 years old. And it was like, well, why are you not reporting on the Shanquella case? And he was like, well, what about it? And so he was like, yeah, it's a foreigner, which American, and she was actually murdered. And so he was like, okay. So he went on his own quest to find more research about it. He found her Facebook page and just started doing the tracking, and he found out about the video. Now, he said that he was the one that actually put the video out there. I don't know about that, but I thought it was somebody over here. But I guess, kind of pushed it. He said right there, the video was in. Go ahead, babe.
No, I said how did he get the video then?
The video was in circulation among her Facebook friends
Then
or
he picked
among
it up.
them,
Okay,
and
that makes sense.
seemed like it was pushed out, that way, because it seemed like, oh, did you get the video? He got a video. Did you see it?
That makes sense.
And so yeah, and it seems as though it was more of her friends from her university that actually was doing the discussion on social media and stuff like that. So yeah. So no one in Mexico was even, talking about this. This wasn't a thing or nothing like that. So he kind of like pushed it out and made it to where now everybody's talking about it. You got anything you want to say?
Right.
Okay, so the lead attorney was asking him what he thought about, how this situation got started. And he thinks that it was started, and it's kind of funny, but it's not so funny, but it's just how they think, because it's as though that there was a fight that was going on, and it seems as though there were a pair of underwear on the aggressor, the one that was doing the aggression, on her head, and she was fighting Shanquella because Shanquella put the underwear on her head. That's just their speculation, but
so it was a joke. At first, that's how it started. A practical joke.
That's what he's not a practical. I guess.
She put the playing around, put the underwear on her head, and she probably got mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but the underwear, as you can tell, that as they go later on, what he thought was the underwear, he said because she snatched it off, that was a bunny. They don't know about bunties. Us black girls wear bunties.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes.
Okay.
So that's what he had to explain to him, that was a bonnet. That's something that we wear on our heads. So it's actually not underwear.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. But go ahead.
So anyway, also they talk about the actual, as the footage and the fight was taking place or whatever, you had different people that was somewhat in the camera a little bit besides the two people. Especially, besides Dejanay that was assaulting Shanquella. He was also saying that there is a second video that has not actually been released yet that the police still has. And in this video, first you can see this video, he said that there is a woman, if you can't pan the camera to the right, there is a woman that kind of comes into the angle of the camera. But in this second video, he said that this woman, like, comes from the back of the bedroom or comes from another room. She hears the screaming and the thumping and all that stuff or whatever. And she comes in to break it up. And she actually comes in to kind of like get at Dejanay. Now begin to argue with Dejanay.
Okay, let's go back. Was this woman that came from the back, was she part of the group?
A part of the one,
yeah, she was part of the group.
Yep.
So she goes in and tries to break up the fight.
She comes in and she tries to intervene and stop the actual fight.
But once she did that, her and Dejanay got into it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Let's see. From the bedroom, and she came in front of the camera and then turns to the right, and that's what the police are saying, that there was another fight that took place after that. So there is another video that the police has that says that there was another fight that took place after that. As that was taking place, I guess them two was, fighting or bumping heads or whatever the case may be. That's when Shanquella began to start convulsion. After that. You want to say something? The only thing we can do is take what the report is saying, break it down. It does not, all of it does not make sense. It does not add up. It's a lot of holes. There's a lot of, small holes, big holes in this, and it just doesn't make sense. And you got to think a lot of this is secondhand, third-hand information, because it's not coming back from the core that was there. You know what I'm saying? They going by the video, and everything.
Man, this is a freaking mess, man, because none of this stuff adds up. None of it, man. Now they're saying that they got in a fight with a second girl, and that while they was fighting, Shanquella started
convulsion. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yep. So that's what was described by the police. He also tells the story about the doctors and how the police report and the actual death certificate or the actual autopsy is saying
report.
something different. So he talks about that and just pretty much tells what we already know, and breaks down the timeline. Now, what I did hear is that Dejanay actually contacted the police when the doctors was there. No, actually contacted the police and said that there was a fight, that there was a beating, and then the actual police came and the Red Cross came as well.
So okay,
Now this wasn't even highlighted, but I did hear that.
Okay, let me get through. I'm trying to explain. I'm asking this question for the people out there. So you telling me Dejanay, the one that jumped on her, called the police?
No, Winter. Did I say Dejanay?
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Dejanay, yeah.
I meant Winter. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so Winter called the police.
Yep. Winter actually called the police and said that there was a
beating.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the police came, and the Red Cross came as well.
And after the police came, they were still there.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they see his body on the ground, they allow these people
bruises and all this
right,
stuff.
and allow these people to leave.
Yeah.
And go back to the country.
You're getting ahead of it, but yeah. So the autopsy said that she died at 3:15, but of course we know that the doctor said that she died around 6:00. So the attorney general is investigating the doctors as well as the police because all this stuff not adding up. So the police arrived, and the police did not detain the 6. They didn't detain the 6 or anything like that. He said other people are under investigation as well, and arrest warrants are will be out for out for Dejanay. You know what I'm saying? But again, in the actual warrant, which should come out next week, it will actually tell the name of the person that the warrant is for.
It's been going on for what, 2 weeks now.
It seemed like it, man.
And these people are not found, not apprehended.
As far as we know.
I don't know, man. Like I said, this whole situation smells big time bad. It really does. Too many holes in the stories. Too many things just don't line up. Too many just the timelines don't line up. It's just so much is missing. It's just so much is missing. And now what did it say? Go ahead.
It was just also saying too that if there is a change in the story, it seems as though it's because the tourists, they don't want to face the fact that tourists may not come to the place. You know what I'm saying? So they're just trying to hide everything to not prevent tourists from coming.
But the thing is, the resort had no control over her friends. Now, if she was, got sick off something they fed her, or if a staff member attacked her, that's different. But any resort, I don't care what hotel, what resort you go to, they can't control who's there. They can't control your friends, your own friends beating you up.
But maybe they just feel as though it's a lot of hits on, Mexico. And maybe regardless of to that point, they fought or not.
Well, maybe they should clean their stuff up over there.
But let's be honest, if I know sometimes, but if we say, oh, so and so, they was unalive there or whatever, would you want to go to that resort? Oh, such and such happened at that place. Would you want to go?
No, I get it, but regardless to the point, it's still somebody said that she was unalive there.
Yeah, and
that's what I'm saying.
You say that M word too many times, honey, then they may flag this video.
Yeah,
so we're just not trying.
But that's what I'm saying. What they trying to everybody, because they went back and left said she was unalive by alcohol. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what everybody heard. So what's the difference?
The lead attorney is asking why would they just let the friends go? You know what I'm saying? Without detaining them or anything. So Geraldo said that he thinks that there was money that could have been exchanged. Like
I said, man.
What?
No, just like the whole thing.
And Shanquella mom said that he found out on her social media that there was some money missing, and it's very rare that they allow people to leave when a situation like that happened without even, detaining the people. They even let them take the suitcase with them. And especially knowing the bruises on her face and everything.
No, go ahead. I got a lot going through my head, but I don't want to say.
So anyway, also it seems as though there was some money that was given back or reimbursed. So there was $5,000. So the lead was like, okay, what's up with this money? So it seems as though the resort, this nice villa, this nice place or whatever, it seems as though they refunded the group back $5,000. Now that was how much they paid for, a little over $5,000, but they gave them the money back. Now, and it was supposed to be like because they left early and something like that or whatever, but like normal people, when you leave early, that's on you, honey. You do not get your money back. So that part is going to be investigated as well. All right, so let's see. We talked about that Dejanay is on the warrant. It seems as though from what he heard, and once they get the arrest, they will have a hearing. So he's just kind of breaking down everything. Once they get the arrest, then they're gonna have a hearing. Unlike the United States, we do it a little bit different, and they do it different. So the lead asked why they thought that Dejanay, was a man, and he said it's because the maids in the villa noticed that she kept taking the wig off and on. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus."
So, like I said, their culture is totally different from mine. So, they might not be used to seeing a woman with a wig on. They're taking it off every day, so they're not used to that. So, I can understand that.
Yeah. So I was like, "Ooh, child, honey, but I can go over there." And so, the lead said, "Do you know when like the warrant to come out?" And he said sometime next week. So next week we should be hearing something about, I know that they're saying that there is a warrant for arrest, or they put one out there, but I actually know when the document will be open to where they can actually view who's on the name for the warrant. He's also said that there is a lot of paperwork and things have to be in place first. And let's see, the police and the foreign relations have to work together. The lead said that the FBI and Charlotte are also on the case as well. So Geraldo said that it will take more, about 15 days that they will have her in Mexico. Once the warrant is out and then they get all the paperwork and all the stuff in order, then they will have her in Mexico in about 15 days.
First, I gotta find
her. It seems like they kind of know where she at.
And why they ain't picked her up then? I know Mexico might can't pick her up. So why the United States can't pick her up?
That's the thing. Because when I read an article, it said that if the United States will actually pick her up. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said it's.
Let's see. She will be taken to the Mexico prison and read her rights there. She will also have a second hearing there and also have a hearing and everything with the prosecutors. And then after that, then the prosecutors have 3 to 6 months to complete and close the investigation. So I guess when they argue their side, or if she gonna tell on anybody,
she gonna be sitting over there until then.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. If the aggressor make declaration, like if she tell on somebody or something like that, then yes, it can lessen her case.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it can lessen the case, but he asked, okay, how can she lessen? He said the least, which is 20 years.
Yeah, well, you said 25 to 50, and if she do a plea bargain, she would get the minimum.
Yeah, and that part, if it leads to other arrests. And that's when he said, well, can Dejanay tell on other people to lessen her sentence? He said yes, and she get 20 years. Let's see. And also expose if there was a plot, if there was, some kind of, plot to do this, or some kind of setup or something like that. So the lead asked him about, the prison in Mexico, and I'm not going to go into details, but you're welcome to go over there and watch it for yourself. And he really talked about how horrible it is, like horrible Like horrible, horrible. Nothing like here. Way worse over there. So I wanted to say this. So one thing, it seems as though we finding out that, you know, everybody said there's a second video that Dejanay picked her up and slammed her to the ground and all that stuff, and that's when she took her last breath. Don't know if that's actual factual. You know what I'm saying? People have heard of it. Maybe that video was said to change the narrative of this second video. You know? What you want to say, babe? Mm. And then also too is like, what if so what if Winter, I keep saying Dejanay, please forgive me, y'all. If there was a second video of Winter actually slamming her to the ground. I don't know why I got Dejanay stuck in my mouth. So no, don't know if that's true. Maybe that was said in order to say that Dejanay did not do it. You know? It's just kind of funny how everybody's saying there's a second video of Winter actually doing it, but it seems as though Winter actually contacted the police and said that there was a meeting. Winter actually, I don't know if she was the one that came in. No, because she was up there holding the camera too, because you can see, maybe it was that Elise girl or somebody came in there and started arguing. So we don't know. But it doesn't seem like, you know, according to what was said, that, I don't know, Winter did anything, you know. It seems as though it was Dejanay. So, anyway, on that note, you guys, that's all I got. That's all you got?
That's all I got.
All right, you guys. We will see you guys on the next video to give you guys the next update. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
I was put God first.
Deuces. Hey!